I want to talk about Dickey's Arena. You guys, if anyone who hasn't taken a tour of the place on YouTube is going to be absolutely blown away. I've never actually seen an arena that's this nice and this clean. It's remarkable. Billboard magazine ranked it the second best venue in the world. The best venue in the world they had is in Glasgow. That's kind of crazy, right? It is a nice place. I don't know if any of you guys have taken the tour yet. Nobody will ever want to leave this place. This is going to be a home for the CrossFit Games that I don't think anyone's ever going to want to leave. Hey, well, I'm not worried about the heat at all, like zero, for two reasons. One, I think that Dave is too much of a pussy to make him work out in the heat, so they're going to do everything inside. And two, if they do it outside, be ready. It's called the fittest in the world. It's one of the safest sports in the world. You're much more likely to every fight you do in the UFC, you're getting injured. You're lucky that very few of you get injured in this sport. Any thoughts on the subject, Mr. Halpin, on the heat?
I agree. I think it's mostly going to be inside, and
I think they'll still for sure do something outside early.
I
in
think
the
there'll be
morning,
something, but I would
something.
compare it to like Rogue, where everything's at Del Diamond except for they took them out for a run, or Dubai, where everything was indoors except for the Burj Khalifa. Like, I could see it something that, hey, Dave will get out there the night before at the dinner, tell them all, hey, the bus is leaving at 3 a.m. We're going to take you somewhere. At 5 a.m., they're going to go run somewhere. It's going to be 90 degrees at 5 a.m. But
Mason Mitchell, put them outside. If they die, they die. What are your thoughts on that? Is there I'm not talking about being reckless, but if it's 100 degrees outside and you have them do Murph, like, people need to pace themselves, right? You need to bring a Camelback, right? I mean, or no? Do you think that is there a line that you guys would draw in inappropriateness? I'm not talking about, I understand leaving them on a field and making them do bear crawls in a 30-minute workout on AstroTurf that's 147 degrees by laser. I mean, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about just some training in the heat.
That's where I would think that they're going to take them somewhere or do something, because where I would go is not the athletes, the spectators. Like at North Park, just baking in the sun, but it's 20 degrees warmer.
Also, Asymmetric Ears throws this out there: heat is fine, heat plus sun is not fine. That's I guess an important distinction I didn't even think of. That is true, right?
No, that's cool. I do think there's a fine line. I don't really know where it is, but there are some situations you can avoid for sure, based on timing, based on schedule. Not having them not only on the field or outside during certain times of days at certain temperatures, but the amount of time they have to be out there. If you do a 5-minute workout, it's a lot different than if you're doing a 45-minute workout. So yeah, I still think they're going to do stuff outside, and I'm sure there's a pool close to the venue. I'm sure there's a lot of options.
I feel like they're just going to do the outside events early in the morning. Like, make your outside events the first event of the day, and then you're indoor for the rest of the day.
People are saying, though, John, that, hey, at 8 a.m. there, it's going to be 90 degrees.
No.
No? Okay.
I promise not at 8 a.m.
I thought the announcement, like, they put out a press release, and both Dawn and Dave sort of key in on the stadium or the arena or whatever it is. And then they go on to, I think it's Dave that goes on to say, like, this is sort of like a test run of doing this, traveling more. So I wouldn't be too surprised if a lot is focused on, we're going to be inside an arena doing all of these workouts, and we're going to tune the games towards it being sort of an arena tour type event, similar, like I said, to like a Rogue or somewhere where the majority of the workouts, the spectators get to be in their same seat watching that floor, versus
like High Rocks?
North Park versus the Coliseum versus the bike path versus.
Yeah, it looks like there's only going to be one floor here. Which also makes it also leads to make you believe that something's not going to be there, right? Either masters or adaptive or it's like age group, makes you think that something's gone, right? They don't have 2 floors unless they're going to stretch this thing out over 2 weeks.
It's 4 days.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Do you guys agree with me on that observation? 1 floor, meaning someone's not coming to the games?
Yeah, I would think that would either mean they're going to have those different divisions are going to have their own separate competition, or that they're going to happen before or after these 4 days at the same venue.
Okay. Yeah, that would be cool. And what do you guys on a side note? What do you guys think biking? I think biking's gone. I don't think we're going to see biking in for 5 years. By biking, I mean road bikes or mountain bikes. I think we've seen the end of biking.
I think it's going to take a break for sure, for at least 1 or 2 years.
And what will take its place?
I think they will finally have a stationary bike again at the games. It's been a long time. The Bike Erg is the only Concept 2 machine that's never been programmed for the individuals at the CrossFit Games.